House Committee on Good Government's recommendation to file criminal and civil and administrative charges against Duterte.
Malacanang has raised concerns over Vice President Sara Duterte's frequent personal trips abroad. The OVP said Duterte is currently on a trip to Australia, where she's joining a rally in support of her father, former President Duterte, who is detained at the ICC. Palace press officer Yusek Claire Castro says the vice president may be neglecting her obligation to the Filipino people, noting that this is her fourth trip in less than a month. She stressed that while these trips are the VP's personal choice, it is ultimately up to the public to judge her actions as an elected leader.
Hi ma'am, hingi lang po kami ng reaction din sa Palasyo kasi sabi ng OVP, Vice President Sara Duterte is currently on a personal trip to Australia to attend the Free Duterte Now rally scheduled for June 22 in Melbourne. Hindi lang po ito yung unang beses na bumiyahe ang Vice Presidente to meet with OFWs. Bago po nito, pumunta siya sa Qatar, pumunta siya sa Kuala Lumpur. Does the palace see this as something to be concerned about? Kasi or does the palace see a strategy for the VP to get the sympathy and support of the OFWs by going to different countries?
So lumalabas po na personal trip ulit. Sa aking pagkakaalam, nag-celebrate siya ng kanyang karawan sa Netherlands. That's May 29, 20, 30, 31. At meron pa palang Qatar. At merong Kuala Lumpur. At ngayon Australia. So 4 na bansa in just less than a month. So, kung doon po abala ang ating Vice Presidente sa mga personal trips niya or personal trips with her family, choice po ng Vice Presidente yon. Sabi nga natin, pampersonal o pambayan? That is the question. So, wala po tayong masasabi kung ano man po ang ginagawa niya ngayon bilang Vice Presidente. Ito po ang nakikita ng taong bayan sa kanyang ginagawa bilang isang halal na leader ng bansa.
Speaking of Castro, she's also responded to former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque, who challenged the Marcos administration to quote-unquote come and get me. Roque slammed the Justice Department's intelligence efforts, calling it inaccurate and a waste of confidential funds. Recall that DOJ Secretary Boying Remulla had said that Roque is in Germany after his asylum bid was allegedly denied by the Netherlands.
Come and get me. Pwede pala sila sa akin, ba't hindi nila ako makuha? Okay. At nakakatawa naman itong intelligence ninyo, no? Maling-mali ang intelligence. Ano ba yan? Yan ang dapat imbestigahan ng confidential funds. Kasi kung yan ang pinagagastusan ng confidential funds, sayang talaga ang pera ng kaban ng bayan.
Okay to. Ayon naman po sa DOJ, naghihintay lamang po ng formal notice na patungkol po dito sa kanyang asylum. Kung sinasabi po niya, come and get me, yun naman po sa ating pamahalaan, wait and see.
And joining us today, national political heckler, bago?
National na.
National ka na. Hindi ka na pang barangay.
Next time, international.
Hindi ka na pang barangay.
Nox, congratulations. It's your moving up day.
Pag inalas ka kung si Netanyahu, di global na.
International political heckler.
Sunod maging supranational heckler ka na.
Huwag naman supranational. Huwag naman.
Okay. Sorry, si Ral Llamas pala yun.
TNL naman tayo.
Okay, fine. Wala pala si Ami, no? Ami's not here today. Yeah, not entirely.
Okay, so we're talking about Sulajen. So President Marcos is still in Japan for the World Expo in Osaka, and meanwhile, the Vice President is in Melbourne, Australia for a personal trip. She's expected to attend the Duterte rally on Sunday. They call it Free Duterte Rally on Sunday. So basically, we're orphans. Wala yung presidente and wala yung vice president. Caretakers are, as we said yesterday, first off, si E.S. Bursa Medina, tapos yung DAR Secretary, si Conrado Estrella III, and si DepEd Sec Sani Angara. So, nagsabay pa sila. Okay,
Yung presidente ko Pinoy, never akong ginawang caretaker. Bakit kaya?
You want me to answer that?
Hindi ka ginawang caretaker ba? O caretaker?
Pareho lang yun when you said na kapag naging presidente ka, you won't designate me as caretaker. Pareho lang. It's the same principle. Ganon.
Ibig sabihin na, dangerous ako.
Okay, speaking of Palace Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro, she is our first guest today. Good afternoon, Yusek. Thanks for making time for us.
Good afternoon, Yusek.
Yes, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat.
Narinig niyo ba yung sinabi ko, Yusek, na presidente si Pinoy, never akong ginawang caretaker.
Never siya ginawang caretaker.
Mukhang may nagbabantabang pahamakan. Hindi naman po siguro. I believe in you.
I guess let's kick off with the last thing we were just talking about, which is si VP Sara nasa Australia po right now, and in an earlier press conference, you expressed concern about her frequent trips abroad, nakaapat na in less than a month, and these all seem to be personal trips. But also at the same time, Yusek, hindi ba Malacanang din po nagbibigay ng
Permission.
travel clearance?
Hindi ko naman po sinabing may concern kami sa kanyang personal trip. Nabanggit lang po natin na parang pang-apat na po niya to in less than a month. Dahil may nadagdag pa po yatang Qatar ayon kay Ms. Pia Gutierrez. Ang sabi lang natin, siguro dapat mas maging concern ang Vice Presidente kung ano ba ang sasabihin ng taong bayan sa palagian niyang personal trip abroad.
Yusek, itong Vice President is practically an absentee Vice President. Ano karamihan dito sa mga trips niya, mga rally laban sa gobyerno?
Nakikita nga po natin, mas personal po yung trip niya. Minsan kasama yung pamilya niya. At ito naman po ay hindi niya dinideny, personal trips. So, yun nga po, siya ay Vice Presidente at kumbaga pangalawang leader sa bansa. Siguro mas maging concern po siya sa magiging sasabihin ng tao sa kanya kung paano ba siya magtrabaho bilang leader ng bansa.
Ma'am, pag sabi personal trip, we suppose that means na walang public funds involved, no? Is that correct?
Yan po, itanong natin sa kanya kung meron ba siyang ginagamit na...
But as a matter of policy and procedure...
Dapat hindi po, kasi it's a personal trip. Dapat hindi.
But it's also, is it correct in pointing out that it's also within Malacanang's power to deny these trips, A, if napansin niyo po nakakarami na, and B, to scrutinize kung, where the funding is coming from?
Kapag ka po kasi humiling, lalo-lalo na si Vice Presidente ng Travel Authority, hindi naman po siya pipigilan. Kumbaga, choice niya po yan. Kasi pag pinigil niya po yan, mas masabi pa siya sa gobyerno na pinipigilan siyang umalis. Yung freedom of movement niya maging issue pa.
Well, ma'am, medyo i-cambio ka ng konti. More or less the same rin, abroad din ang issue. Kasi I think it was yesterday when you were quoted saying na the president's open to the idea of rejoining the ICC. You were quoted saying during our last conversation, he said he's open to such a discussion. We'd just like to get some context here. Does this mean, kasi when an official says he's open to something, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean anything from we're seriously considering or pwede naman. Alam mo gano'n?
Pwede naman.
Parang po tayo sa pangalawa. Pwede naman.
Ganun.
And actually, give the answer just to make it clear. Even before, the President was asked if he is open for discussion regarding the rejoining of the country to the ICC. And he said, depende po yan sa sitwasyon, may mga pagkakataon po dapat aralin. So as of now, when I was asked yesterday, I told naman po, as we speak, wala pa pong seryosong pinag-uusapan tungkol sa ICC na pagre-rejoin. But definitely, since it is for the human rights, and of course, sasabihin nila, at ito rin po yung suggestion ng UN Special Rapporteur, hindi naman po sarado ang isipin ng Pangulo pagdating po dyan. But still, sabi nga po, wala pong seryoso hampang pag-uusap. Dahil as of the moment, busy po ang Pangulo sa iba pong mga problemang sinisolve. Pasyon, yung power consumption, water supply na problema po. So, yung po tungkol sa ICC, hindi po siya napag-uusapan sa ngayon.
So
Noong 2023, November, Yusek, nabanggit ni Presidente Bongbong Marcos na seriously pinag-aaralan yung pagbalik sa ICC. Almost 2.5 years na. Ganun pa rin ba yung kondukta ng gobyerno? Pinag-aaralan pa rin? Or meron bang na umabante doon sa pag-aaral?
Hindi po. Kasi nung huli din po kami nakausap patungkol dyan, way back. Hindi pa po kasi ito na pag-usapan tungkol doon sa Special Rapporteur. So, binibigay ko lang po yung mensahe nung pinakahuli pong mensahe ng Pangulo. Sabi niya patungkol sa ICC, hindi pa pag-uusapan. Pero sabi nga niyo po, sinabi naman din po ng Pangulo na seryoso itong pag-aaralan. At kung ano yung mga maaaring tamaan o maaaring magiging kondisyon sa pagbabalik, pag-aaralan po yan.
So it's in the realm of possibilities lang, it's not in the realm of probabilities.
More on, as of the moment, sir, I cannot say really kung ano, but sabi nga natin, kung gaano yung level ng openness to rejoin the ICC, hindi ko masabi. But maybe when it comes back, I will ask him again.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry for asking that kasi minsan kasi
ano bang kaibahan ng possibility sa probability?
Malaki
Possibility. Probability means it will happen. It's just, a matter of time.
Example, it's possible that you will get married. But is it probable you'll get married tomorrow?
Probably not.
Two different things, worlds apart, di ba?
Lalim ng hugot.
Di ba, ma'am?
But anyways,
That's the context there.
Marriage talaga, marriage.
marriage.
Lalim ng hugot.
But anyway, since we're talking about ICC na rin, I wonder, Yusek, if you can give us an update on yung oath-taking ni former President Duterte, because last we heard, which was a few weeks ago, si DILG Secretary John Vic wanted to request ICC to let Duterte take his oath, which, to be honest, struck us as a bit odd kasi, I mean, that's never happened before, and it, sabi nga ng mga legal experts namin, it sets a bad precedent, right? Because there are very strict rules around the oath-taking of a public official. So ano po yung balita doon? And has he filed the request? Do you know?
Wala po akong update dyan. At sa kasalukuyan po, sa nakaraang linggo at sa kasalukuyan po, ay hindi po talaga namin napag-usapan tungkol sa posibilidad na magkaroon ng oath-taking ang dating Pangulong Duterte. Siguro po, hindi ko po kasi hindi ako na-update patungkol po dyan, but maybe I will try to contact Sec John Vic about that kung anong latest. But as of now, wala po talaga.
That would be good, thank you. But do you know where President Marcos sits on that matter? I mean, ano yung sentiment niya around letting former President Digong take his oath as mayor of Davao?
Ang Pangulo naman po, although hindi ko pa po natatanong kung anong kanyang opinion dyan, pero kung in general matters, pagdating po dyan, generally, ang Pangulo po, kung ano lang yung pwede sa batas, kung ano yung nasa rule of law, yun lang po. Hindi po siya hadlang kung pwede. Pero sabi ko sa party pong ito, wala pa po siyang stance or hindi pa po napapaabot sa akin kung ano ang stance niya patungkol dyan.
Yusek,